Congress arrived back in Washington today with a long list of priorities for Speaker Mike Johnson to accomplish and a razor-thin margin to get it done. Our Lisa Desjardins has this report.
It's been a cold spring in Washington, beautiful, but for the House of Representatives, delicate and uncertain, with echoing sounds that are the most daunting yet for the new House Speaker.
I will not tolerate a Speaker of the House that I voted for to sell us out.
Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene in a town hall in Tunnel Hill, Georgia last night again made it clear she wants Mike Johnson out.
I will not tolerate this anymore.
Greene has filed a potent bill, just one sentence declaring the speakership to be vacant. In other words, removing Johnson. She's not yet forcing a vote, but it's a threat.
The bill is passed.
One issued last month after she and scores of Republicans broke with Johnson over the compromise deal to keep government funded.
That is not the way to do business.
Beyond spending, Johnson has other dilemmas. There's the border. Conservatives decry a lack of progress, though nothing can pass both chambers right now. There's FISA, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. Key powers are expiring next week, and Republicans are divided. Then there's Ukraine and Israel, with increasing calls for conditions on Israel aid. And if Johnson proposes Ukraine funding, he risks direct fire from a large group in opposition.
He's really kind of standing at the dike trying to plug holes right now. So I have tremendous sympathy for my good friend, Mike Johnson.
John Fleming's now the treasurer of Louisiana, but over a decade ago, he was part of the Tea Party movement and a founder of the Freedom Caucus. He defends the sharp motion to vacate.
I think Democrats, to their credit, they fight hard, even when they're underdogs, even when they're in the minority. They fight hard for their policies. I can't say that about Republicans. Republicans oftentimes give in way too quickly.
But the problem for Johnson is that he has some members who want to fight, but he has a bare majority. He doesn't have room to maneuver, nor does he have good troop morale.
We live in a time of divided government. Democracy is messy. Sometimes it's very messy. This is part of that process, and we're going to keep steady hands at the wheel.
Republicans like Marjorie Taylor Greene do not want steady. They want their way. And she's using the tight margin in the House right now to try and get it. In just over a week, that vote gets even one vote tighter. That means to pass nearly anything, including Ukraine funding, it must be bipartisan. However, if Johnson pushes bipartisan bills, it would take just 2 or 3 Republicans to take away the majority from him as Speaker. Democrats could help him survive with their votes, but that would spark another major problem.
I think it's a really, really untenable spot to be put in, to be propped up by the opposition.
Eric Cantor is a former House Majority Leader who lost to a Freedom Caucus opponent. He says if Johnson survives thanks to votes from leader Hakeem Jeffries and other Democrats, that would undermine Republicans running in primaries across the country. Cantor also sees the problem Johnson faces against all-or-nothing tactics from within the party.
I think that's really important, to never, ever sit here and just throw your hands up and say we're going to be part of the destruction caucus and never get anything done.
You use the phrase destruction caucus.
For some, there is, and they've been quoted as such, saying nothing that Washington does is good. And I sort of question to myself, how is it that you want to be elected and serve in Washington if you say it's all bad?
For Speaker Johnson, who may control the fate of Ukraine aid, FISA reauthorization, and most any issue in Congress at the moment, the question is, can he find a way to get anything done and also survive? For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Lisa Desjardins.